pre-battle jumping jacks, guys.
Alright, so this division discussion has actually become really interesting now. I get some amazing new information from this website called Screenrant.com. I'm going to send the link of this website in the description below. So here's some super interesting stuff, and this is how basically game developers and stuff, they try and make fools of people that are clueless about the games, or they just don't know any better. So I'm going to try and read some stuff out and give you the actual explanation of what they mean and how it's probably going to end up harming everyone instead of actually making it better. So what they're trying to say is that that Division aims to avoid Destiny's pitfalls. Destiny managed to shoot itself in its own foot by a lot of stupid things that it did. So they're saying that it's going to improve on that. So here's one of the first things that it says, right? It says Division aims for a true open-world MMO experience, whereas Destiny creates its world largely through a succession of hubs requiring players to take multiple steps from one area or mode to another. By contrast, Division's digital recreation of New York City has been designed to let players move mostly seamlessly from one place to another, mode to mode. Plot is not the game for solo play, blah 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 blah, while the game is of a more than mission. What the fuck? Okay, fuck that. So what they're trying to say is that this is a more truer open world experience and that there's not going to be any load times and stuff like that. That's what they mean. Well, a lot of the games don't have any true load time experiences, but they've done it a billion times better than how you've done it. One of the biggest complaints that everyone has about this game is that the game has less play time and more running time and more filler time. So you're running around from one side of the fucking spawn to the other, but what you're trying to market it as like a truer immersive open world experience. It's not immersive at all. It's fucking bullshit because you're running from one side of the map to the other. And what they're complaining about, or what they're trying to say that they're learning from Destiny, is that you would fly from one side to the other, right? If it wasn't like a true open world experience. Well, yeah, because if Destiny wanted to make it, or if Bungie wanted to make it, they could have you get into a spaceship, like actively get into a spaceship on Mars and then fly. You can fly yourself to the moon. They can do that. Like, it's not really going to take too long, and that flight would actually take like 2 minutes or whatever, however long it takes for them to load the Mars map. Because these games, they've always been able to do that. Only Bungie did it better. What you are doing is you are actively having the person hold the controller up and what is the running button? L3. Press L3 down and hold the controller up, and they just keep navigating using the right joystick. But nothing is happening because your game isn't a true open world experience, because you make us do that. Because doing that is still loading the next part. As you keep going further, that it's loading the next part of the map. That's what you're doing. It's like, I don't see who you're trying to fool there. So if you actually want to fast travel somewhere, and fast traveling is actually pretty complex in this game, but still you want to fast travel somewhere, what happens? The game starts loading. And that's exactly what's going on. Basically, this is like the immersive way of loading, because when you just walk from one place to another, the game is loading in the background. The entire city or the map has not actually been loaded, but it keeps loading as you keep walking around. And this is what they're trying to call as a true open world experience, but it's not. So the same kind of loading exists in other games that we've already seen before, which is like GTA 5 and The Witcher 3. If you guys have played any one of those games, you can do two things. You can either get in a car or get on a horse and then walk, just run, walk, drive from one side of the map to the other without any loading screen. And these are the things that make the game look so huge and like open world and stuff. Because every few kilometers in the game that you're running or you're driving or something is where the next few kilometers of the map is going to be loaded up. So that's what's happening in this game. So Bungie has actually done it better than Division, and Division, what it's saying is doing better, it's actually making it worse. So you run around like a moron, right? Like you're actually wasting like real life time in actually going from one place to the other. Now here's what happens when in Bungie's game, in Destiny, when you actually click on going from the orbit to the tower or going from the orbit to Mars, they still give you the option to press the options button, go into your character select screen, change your guns, equip guns, change your character style, change any armor or anything else that you want to do. So they basically give you something productive to do that you would otherwise be doing when you got there. So they actually give you something to do, so they actually save time despite their loading. In Division, when you go from, say, a PvE arena to the PvP arena, you definitely want to switch some guns, right? You're definitely going to be wanting to switch some guns. But you first walk all the way there in their quote-unquote fucking true open world experience, and then you get there, and then you fucking stop, and then you switch your gun, and you switch your gear, and you do all that kind of stuff, which Bungie tried to get rid of by giving us actual stuff to do during the actual load screen as well. So what they're trying to say that they've fixed, or that they're giving you like a true open world experience, that's all complete bullshit and horseshit. So let's get on to the next bit of this, the article up here. It says that they have this game's unique class system, which allows for swapping out skills and gear on the fly rather than being constrained to a specific role, healer, tanker, blah blah blah. Each one which would theoretically allow for a more well-rounded experience to get a full sense of all available avenues to play, which something. Alright, fine, fuck it. Alright, so that was the most important part about that, the entire paragraph. Now let me try and get into detail what they're trying to say, how we've improved it from as opposed to Destiny. So Destiny had kind of the same thing. Instead of like being a healer and blah, you could actually be a Titan, Warlock, and a Hunter, right? So the most productive way that people found to play that game and not like actually waste their time and fakely extend the game was basically creating 3 of the same class, so that you could do the same end game mode like a raid or trials or anything of that sort again and again. You can keep getting the same armor for that character and not have to play, like say you put in like 20 hours into Destiny into your Hunter, and then now what they're trying to say is by fake increasing the time of the game is that, hey, you haven't experienced it as a Warlock, so now make a Warlock and spend 20 hours in the game doing that. So you look at that, you just paid $60 and started getting like 20 hours of gameplay, you got 40 hours of gameplay. No, fuck you. It's fucking fakely extending the time of the game. It doesn't actually exist. You're just making it happen out of fucking nowhere, and people actually do that shit. So anyways, what they're trying to say is that you swap out skills and gears. It's kind of the same thing. Like in Destiny, you can just imagine as of all of the XP that you got on your Hunter, you could just remove it back, like subtract all of it and then put it into the Titan, and that's basically what they're doing here. So what they're trying to say that they've improved upon is actually not really anything. What Destiny did was plain, pure and simple, it was fucking wrong, right? It's like saying, hey, look at that guy, ha ha ha, look at him, he fucking tripped over his own feet and he fell down, but look at me, I'm so smart, I didn't trip over my own feet and fell down. Fuck you. You're fucking stupid. That's not something that you should be proud of, and that's not your fucking claim to fame. Fuck off. Alright, so after that they go into this part about the article. It says, whereas sci-fi space settings have thus far been customary. I'm gonna stop right there. Have they really been customary? In the past 3-4 years, unless I've been living under a rock and I don't know about it, the only other game on the PS4 that I can think of is actually the Star Wars Division game that just came out like last month or so, and then prior to that it has to be like Halo 5 on the Xbox. I guess you can consider that as sci-fi. I don't remember any other space or alien games that actually came out anything similar to Destiny. So they're saying it's customary, but then it really isn't actually. So it is set in contemporary NYC with realistic weapons and obstacles, right? So that's their claim to fame, that it's contemporary NYC or contemporary city with realistic weapons, quote unquote realistic weapons and obstacles. So first of all, what the fuck do you expect if you're fighting aliens in Destiny? Do you expect them to be playing with fucking 9mm and AK-47s? Like, I don't really understand how you're trying to sort of belittle the game there when it's set in that world. Number one. Number two, how are you doing anything different from, say, Watch Dogs that was set in, I think, Chicago, and GTA 5 that was, I don't even know what map that's set in, but basically games like that. I'm sure I must be forgetting some of the other games that came out within the last 2 years that have been exactly what you're saying that they are, that they've been set up in contemporary cities with realistic weapons. None of those have any unbelievable weapons or anything. They exactly have the exact same kind of guns, every single one of them, and obstacles pretty much as well, right? So I don't really see. All right, so so they say realistic weapons. So they give you they do give you an AK-47 in the Division game. I don't have it, but I've heard that people got it, and they have like some sort of an FAL or M9 or something of that sort. They say realistic weapons, except they're not really realistic, because there's people they're human beings that are walking against you that you shoot 15 times in the face and nothing happens to them. So I really don't know how far the understandings of realism are between myself and the developers, but they're clearly way, way, way different. Alright, so now let's get back into the responses and the replies that we get for anyone that is sort of hating on Division in their opinion, right? So these are the kind of responses that you get. It's only a beta. That's the number one thing that has been fucking beat down under the ground. It's only a beta. Dude, so if you want to sample for something, anything, if you want to sample for a pizza or if you want to sample for cookies or something, they give you like one cookie or they give you like one slice of pizza. If that pizza has shit on it or the cookie has shit on it, it's going to taste like shit. It's going to smell bad, it's going to taste bad, and it's going to give you a bad experience. So if they give you the full version of that pizza or that cookie or like a jar of cookies, it still has fucking shit on it. So I don't really understand where that's coming from. Like, what do you really expect? The betas are testing the servers, they're testing glitches, they're testing bugs, they're testing shit like that. Do you really think? And betas come out after the game has been completely developed. The game has been under development for at least 2 years. Who knows, maybe 4 years or 5 years. I really didn't do my background research on that, but it doesn't really take less than 2 years to make a game. That only after that can they actually make a beta or something that you can test. So now that they've come up with the beta, do you really expect that all of the complaints that people have are going to be fixed? And it's not, I mean, those problems exist in the game because it's only a beta? No. Dude, the game sucks the way that it is right now, and the it's only a beta is not a fucking solution or a response that makes any sense. And finally, I'd like to get into the statement that says, and I quote, "Division's PvP, or the Dark Zone, is fun with friends." And that's true, but here are a couple of other statements that are also true. Destiny's PvP is fun with friends. Destiny's PvE is fun with friends. Division's PvP is fun with friends. And guess what? Going out drinking is fun with friends. Now, can you see something that's common in between all of these four things? There's two different games, and there's an entirely different activity that has nothing to do with gaming. But they're all fun. Why are they all fun? Because you're doing them with friends. So that's the entire point of this. The topic of this video, or that even came out, was Division is fucking garbage. And that's what it is, right? But doing it with friends can make the worst things fun. Obviously, because you're doing them with friends. It's like saying, you must have heard this by someone in your friends group or someone. Watching this movie while you're high is really fun. Or, watching this movie while you're drunk is really fun. And of course it is, but it's not fun because the movie is nice. It's fun because you're drunk or you're high out of your mind. That's why it's fun. That's what we're trying to say here. That it doesn't make a difference if it's fun with your friends, because the thing itself is crap. So if you do want to have fun with your friends, which you can have doing anything at all, why not actually choose something that's worth your money and your time?
It's a matter of keeping the scope in check.
And I had to explain that part about the friends bit just because I could touch on the final topic about the whole thing, about how Division is going to have any life whatsoever, if it is going to have a life. So it's going to have some sales, or it's going to have any sort of a life, simply because of YouTube streamers or Twitch streamers and other people that are benefiting from having you play the game. So when you watch a streamer and you see that he or she is having fun, you will never have that same kind of fun, right? And the sad thing is, we associate with these same people that are playing the same game as our friends, just like we do in real life, only in this manner it's sort of a virtual life, but we associate with them as friends. So they're taking advantage of that, and they're trying to tell you that this game is so much fun. I'm going to play a clip of someone trying to make this game sound or seem more fun than it is, and it turns out to be so fucking fake, it just disgusts you. But anyways, so we come back to the same thing. You are not going to have as much fun as any sort of streamer, simply because, one, they're going to be doing it all day. In a game that's a grind like Destiny or Division, it's only a person that has infinite amount of time to play that's going to get the gear and then is going to eventually have some fun. You, as a person that's going to be working, studying, learning, doing anything else, or having a life on the side as well that can't play like 12 hours a day, you're not going to have the same amount of fun with the game that is Division, right? That's one of the things. The second thing would be streamers have other friends that are also playing 12 hours a day, and they also have other supporters that are 12, 14, 16 years old that want to be famous on the Twitch chat, and any sort of thing that they can come up with, anything new that they find, any sort of an exploit, a bug, something that they can take advantage of and basically game the system to have more fun by themselves. They're going to be telling them that the kids are going to be telling the streamers that, and the streamers are going to be knowing this before anyone else, and therefore they're going to be having that kind of fun in the game. But you're not going to have that kind of fun because you're by yourself. You don't have enough time to spend on the game to find out all of its ins and outs and glitches, and therefore you're never going to have the same kind of fun that they're going to have. And finally, some people need to get this shit through their heads. But these virtual friends of yours aren't even real friends. Now, real friends fucking lie to you, right? But these guys, they don't even know you from Adam, so why would they be fucking truthful to you about anything? The reason that they want to sell this game to you is the same thing that they wanted to sell or wanted to market Destiny to you for the past couple of years. It's the same thing, because Bungie is helping them. Because Bungie is sponsoring them and supporting them and feeding their families. And that's what they want from you. That's what they want from Division and from Ubisoft. And that's why they want to market themselves as the best guy that can get more people to buy the game for Ubisoft, so that Ubisoft can see them as worth of having a partnership or supportership. That's why they want to sell you this game. It's not because it's fun, it's because they're getting something out of it. But who's the one person that ends up losing from all of this? It's me and you. It's the customer that spends their money and loses that, number one. We lose our time in a money grind and time grind kind of game like Destiny or Division, number two. And finally, we're just left with a bitter experience from all of this bullshit because they hyped something up. It didn't even live up to like a tenth of the hype. And then afterwards, we're just disappointed, of course, as anyone would be. And now we hate Ubisoft and Bungie and Activision and everyone else. But the thing is, we were the ones that were supporting this bullshit. Why did we buy this stupid thing in the first place? Why did we get hyped? Because nothing actually exists, but we just don't want to see that nothing exists. We want to make something out of nothing. We're so fucking thirsty for a new game to come out that we're just making something out of nothing at this point. And finally, I'm going to leave you with some of the comments that came out on a video that came out like 3 or 4 days ago or something of that sort. That has like 90% likes and like 10% dislikes or something. But if you go through the comment section, this is all the kind of stuff that you can see. So I'm just going to leave you with this kind of stuff at the end. Oh, and by the way, if you have the time, do try and watch that video. It has a game developer trying to play his own game, and I've never seen or heard anyone that bored of something that they have created themselves. It's incredible. You have to watch it.